All right. So we've been trying to come up with this video for weeks. Quarantine has sucked all the creativity out of us. Let's just do it because this is really getting absurd.
It's not the definition of absurd we were looking for, Grace.
I know.
What do you have on absurd?
Okay, so we know that absurdity has to do with faith, right? So like there's this first stage of faith where you're naive and there's no tension in it, and then eventually you move over to the second stage where you're like, God, JC, bro, like take my life, take it all. And then you move into the third stage where you start believing in the absurdity, and you start believing and feeling that tension that things don't always make sense, but you still have faith in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with absurdity, I really just go back to the story of Abraham, because that's just so crazy. Like, it starts out pretty normal. He's like, I have faith in God. And we're all like, that's cool. That's great. That's what we're reading the Bible for. And then God is like, okay, go up the mountain and make a sacrifice. And he's like, I got it. What am I going to sacrifice? God's like, I will provide. And we're like, that's really nice of God to handle it like that for him. And then he gets up there and God is like, kill your son. Thanks. And Abraham's like, and that tension comes in and he's like, that's a lot to ask of me, God. I don't know how I feel about that. And God's like, no, just if you trust in me, if you believe in me, do it. And so Abraham goes against like everything in his mind, screaming, don't kill your son, everything he believes in, very tension filled because his son was like his life, all that sort of good stuff. But he still ties him up. He goes up to kill him and God's like, wait. And there's a lamb in the bushes. Poor Isaac is probably gonna have to deal with so many therapy bills. But I think in that moment where Abraham like raised the knife is where the absurdity comes in of the amount of faith that he had and how you have to give everything to God, because in that moment he was really going to lose everything, but he trusted in God that he wasn't going to lose everything. Mm-hmm. I think that's both a great thing because like you can totally trust in God even though there's real tension and poor Isaac is going to die, but at the same time in the end he was able to like give it up whole, his whole heart, soul, life, whatever, and God still took care of it. So there's like that balance there of I'm going to lose everything, but also I trust in God totally to make sure that I don't lose everything. Absurdity and faith.
Coming together. Makes sense. Well, it doesn't, but it does.
Well, that's the point, I guess.
Well, and there's a lot of paradoxes with the absurdity you were saying, right?
Mm-hmm. So like Jesus being God and man doesn't make any sense, but then we have to somehow relate to that and be like, that's truth, that there's a paradox, the three people in one. It's a big thing for Kierkegaard because he was a Christian. He was like, yep, one God, three persons. One of them's a human too. Figure that out. Fate. Absurdity. Anything else on absurdity? I have a weird quote.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. It's long though. Ready? Okay. So subjectivity is truth. The paradox came into existence through the relating of the eternal, essential truth to the existing person. Mm-hmm. Let us now go further. Let us assume that the eternal, essential truth itself is the paradox. Right. How does the paradox work?
I think I got it. No, I think we're bringing up. Okay,